the songs you have don't seem finished, so logically, you have to finish it.
I did. And that was a really hard pill for me to swallow. Because at that point, I wasn't just letting myself down. And, you know, like, through Indiegogo, friends, family, even strangers had contributed to, like, help me follow this dream. And, you know, I'd never given them a deadline and said, like, oh, you'll have the record by this date or something like that. But, like, I'd planned on releasing it well before Christmas, you know, of that year. And, you know, like, I knew if I postponed it at that point, it would mean months more. You know, I knew it wouldn't get done overnight. And, but, you know, I kept telling myself, like, I want this record to have, like, I want to give them what they paid for and what they wanted. And I knew that that was something that I had to feel like it said everything that I wanted it to say, and that there's not a thing I'd change about it. And that, you know, it was exactly how I wanted it to be when it got to their ears. You know, like, I justified it by saying, like, that's the record that they wanted, so that's why I'm going to take the time to give it to them.
Did you have a plan? Like, how were you going to finish it?
I didn't have a plan. I mean, like, I didn't expect to need one, so, you know, I didn't have a studio. And I didn't really have money to pay anyone to use their studio.
That makes sense. I mean, you spent a year plus saving money, and you spent it all in LA. Right.
And that's when actually a friend of mine introduced me to Phil Solem of the Rembrandts.
Oh, yeah. People know Phil.
Yeah, he's awesome. Super, super legit dude. Outstanding musician, great songwriter.
Did he hear your story? Did he hear your music?
Yeah, he heard my story, he related to it. He'd been there a few times himself, apparently, and you know, that conversation ended with him basically saying, you know, come by my studio and we'll see what we can do.
So that's sort of like weight off your shoulder. That's a huge relief.
Yeah, it was. He was really understanding of my situation. He gave me his full support and expertise. I'm extremely grateful I met Phil. You know, like, he's like he's a good friend now.
Yeah. You meet him, all this, what do you guys do together?
We started guitars, and it didn't really seem like we had a lot to do, to be honest. It was just kind of bits and pieces. And yeah, we just had really crazy schedules though, so we weren't able to get in the studio as often as I think both of us would have liked to. You know, he's got other projects, he plays in bands, makes his own music, and he records and produces other artists too. You know, like he was for me. And so he had a crazy schedule, I had a crazy schedule. I started working a part-time job again to save up money to give to him and to move up to Minneapolis, and it was crazy. And but that's actually when Holly Henry got in the studio with us.
Right. I saw that, and I mean, I met her through work once, and she's great. Like, how did you guys meet each other, get to know each other?
I actually didn't know her at the time. It was completely random. Earlier that year, I'd been in a RyanSeacrest.com contest for, like, best cover of, and it was my cover of Say Something. By Great Big World. And I covered it with a singer from Dallas named Noel Bean. And we randomly ended up getting third place in that contest, which was awesome.
I remember that because we talked about it on the morning show too, and we got really involved with you.
Yeah, that video just broke 1 million views.
It did?
Yeah, it's the first one for me and Noel to break 1 million views.
That's cool, and then like Holly Henry was also in that same competition.
Right, yeah, so she got second, and like, so of course, like, being the third place, like, I was happy, like, super stoked, but I was like, who are these other two? You know, one was Shawn Mendes, he's like the new Justin Bieber or whatever. But he had this huge following, he got first place. But then Holly was the second place winner, and I remember, like, wanting to, like, hate her voice and, like, wanting to be like, oh, she's not better than me, but she's angelic and dark at the same time, and so she's got a haunting voice. That's a perfect, I think that's a great word to describe her voice. But and her music, she's a great songwriter.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you've heard some of her stuff, right? Yeah. She's actually doing an Indiegogo campaign that's just wrapping up.
Really?
Yeah. She's doing her own thing. She's about to make her first record as well. So
might have to give her a little boost.
Yeah, I'm gonna give her a little boost too. Yeah. But so yeah, she came into the picture then. Like, I was listening to her originals, and I was like on her Facebook page. I saw Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Right.
I was like, what the heck? And then I saw that she had been on The Voice. I was like, that explains her following, and like,
oh, so you
it all came together.
I had no
You
idea.
didn't even know she was from here.
No. So
I
you
had
didn't know that before.
Yeah, no, I had no idea that she was from Minnesota at all. And so and then it just kind of like clicked for me, because there's a song on the record that, you know, when I was out in LA with Warren, like we didn't have time to get a female vocalist on it, but like I always, like when I wrote the song, I was like, this song needs to have a female like featured vocal on it.
Yeah.
And it just hadn't happened, but as soon as like Holly came onto my radar, I was like, her. And so like I went to her website and just found like the most general contact email I could find.
Yeah.
And just was like, hey, like, will you listen to my song and like sing on it? Thanks. And it was just like I was shot in the dark. But,
Yeah.
Did you hear back?
Yeah. She liked the song, thankfully, and she was down to record on it, and no, it was good. Like it all kind of fell down into place. That was May. We were in the studio like 2 weeks later.
Okay. But you must have been close to finishing everything up at that point.
Yes and no.
Yeah.
Our schedules with my schedule with Phil's, they just got crazier. We only got into the studio one other time after we recorded Holly, and so it was just kind of a constant battle of like, when can we, you know, get working and finish this thing, and then thankfully In the Groove came to save the day.